Welcome to Subramani. I was just wondering whether it is a coincidence that in the month of April is considered to be the National Financial Awareness Month. I think they keep changing the nomenclature. Now it is called National Financial Capability Increasing or something like that. Yeah, earlier it was called Financial Literacy Month. Now it's called National Financial Capability Month. Right? This is April, and I am sure it is just a sheer coincidence that 1st of April is April Fool's Day, because I do not know how useful this whole exercise in financial education is, because I was reading a paper which spoke about high quality financial education in improving the American financial capability. Now that's again very high sounding. We do not know with how much resources they really back it up, and unfortunately or fortunately, a lot of these initiatives are backed by the financial services business, and the financial services business is not exactly looking to educate you too much, because they don't want you to see through some of their games that they play. So having said that, I was then seeing the fraud charges on another I think her name is Charlie Javis, and she is of course denied these allegations of saying she fudged the number of users. That's very clear that she was running an app called Frank, which was meant to help kids get into college. I'm not getting too much into the details. What she did was, did she scam people? No, she was not scamming people. She was running a good service which had 300,000 users. She just scammed that. She made it look like, using a data scientist or data specialist, she made it look like 4.25 million. So what happened was, she got a very good valuation, and the person putting money into it was none less than JP Morgan. My take on this whole thing is, if JP Morgan can be fooled by creating data showing 4.25 million users versus 300,000 real users, what would happen to people like us who depend on influencers or finfluencers, who tell you that they have got 1 million users, 2 million users, and their model is to make money by reaching out to you and me, right? So their model lies in you subscribing to them, you increasing your stake with them, you doing some work with them, right? So maybe they're talking of 1 million users, maybe they're talking of please enroll for us for 999, for 9999, whatever. And they're using all these kind of tools, Reddit, TikTok, YouTube, right? All these tools are available to them, and none of them is regulated. The regulator can't reach out to all of this and try regulating, because there are just too many videos by too many people. So they put for themselves some kind of a limit, saying okay, 1 million users or things like that. So people like me would never come in their radar. I've got 50,000 or 57,000 subscribers or followers, whatever they're called, and that's it. So can you really believe all the claims that they make? So I don't know what criteria you should use, but you should largely use criteria of saying, have you made money in the market, or are you just marketing the walk? Are you walking the walk or walking the talk, or are you just marketing the walk which other people may have taken, right? So you go read up a few books, do some cut paste work, maybe write your own book, maybe write your own blog, create your own videos, and there are enough followers who will fall for it. If JP Morgan can fall for a numbers game like this, at 300,000 is made to look like 4.25 million, that's a nice exaggeration, right? So anybody can do it. So how do you decide to trust a finfluencer? Is the question to ask is, have you made money in the market by trading or by investing? what is the proof, right? So it's very difficult to find proof, and people are not really keen to give proof. I love this truth about investing, that when you take a fund manager and you take the fund manager's track record, whether it is a Prashant Jain, Naren, Roshi Jain, whatever, all those people, you have a track record and say, okay, this is what he did or this is what she did, and then you can see and track. Maybe you track the standard deviation, you track everything, whatever you want, but ultimately if the alpha is the truth, right? Now this I can't say about influencers. They can come and say, oh, you should do SIP is good in the long run, but that's too basic, right? Everybody knows SIP makes money in the long run for the AMC. Where is the doubt about that? So whether you will benefit, how you will benefit, whether 12% growth is enough when inflation is 4, or whether you have FOMO saying, oh my god, that guy got 18%, that girl got 36%, those kind of returns are also there, and they are also flouted. Then there are people who say we can check your portfolio and tell you which fund schemes you should keep and which you should sell. Give me a break. None of us have the ability to look into the future and say what will happen. I have looked at the fund managers, met them, had the luck of meeting them, talking to them and convinced about their styles, and then I have invested, right? So when I bought a bank for 150 rupees, I spoke to one fund manager and he asked, when will you sell it? I said, at doubling I'll sell it. So at 300 I should have sold, and he smiled and he said, just wait, let it double twice and then let's talk again. So today if that share is at 600, and well, I should now be considering selling it, right? So that's what we spoke about. Now these kind of people are the ones who have been in the market, done there, right? Been there, done that, right? That kind of stuff. Now if somebody just comes and says, oh, this is what you should do, then it is gyan. It is like, I keep saying, it is like you have to decide whether to listen to a minister or to a king. The minister gives advice, there is no doubt that the minister does research, etc. But the king has actually taken the advice and implemented it. So the king's advice is always better than the minister's advice, because minister's advice is theory. So many people who are influencers are not people who have actually been there, done that. They just talk about it. Then they say, oh, I have this much portfolio, this is how I created. I know people who have inherited some money. I know people who have married some money. So these are not people who have really created that money from the market. These are people who have maybe earned some money in the market, but largely textbook theories, spoken to friends and things like that, and then they are now influencers. They could even be financial advisors, they could be distributors, RIA, any of those things. You have to check out their track record of what they have done and not what they have said. Are they marketing the walk which they may have had in the past, or are they walking the walk and walking the talk, right? Are they really doing those things? That is what you have to look for.